what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We'll be working on the Chevy Nova today. Went ahead, got it all lifted up already, about to put some stands on it. Got some parts that came in, some suspension parts, the transmission, oil pan, filter, etc. Got this pan because it has the drain plug. So the original, as you know, doesn't have the drain plug. Just for future maintenance, make it a lot simpler. Also, this one here matches the valve covers as well, so that's kind of like a nice touch. So let's jump right in. All right, got it all set up here. Got the jack stands in place. I typically like to use on this car the control arms, lower control arms. They got a good spot there in the corner. That's pretty secure. So safety first. Okay, so we're down on in here, and this is the main reason why I wanted to change it. It's actually leaking around the gasket of this oil pan. I went ahead and checked in between the torque converter engine, and it doesn't seem too moist in there, so I think the majority of the leak is coming from here. And then looking over here, let me see if you guys can see there. It is leaking a little bit in the main seal, rear main seal, but not too bad. As long as you keep an eye on it, it's not noticeable. When you check the engine, I mean, I've never seen the motor oil go low on the dipstick on this car, so I think that'd be fine for now. So this is my main concern. There's this leak here, and also the other one has a drain plug too. So the only issue we'll probably have, I think there's a couple bolts on this transmission mount bracket back here. So that may have to come out to get to that. So that'd probably be the tightest spot on this. Looks like that one over there is loose already. Let's see if we can get it out. It's a tight squeeze with this gun, but let's see if we can at least get it rolling. Yeah, that one's just kind of sitting there. Huh. Alright guys, so we managed to move this bracket back. You can see, now we can see them two bolts, just a couple inches back. Now the only thing is the motor mount, that one bolt that didn't want to come out, we had to use a Dremel tool, kind of just cut it out, I guess. Looks like it broke into the motor mount, so we managed to get that out. I didn't want to bore you guys with the process of that. So now we got to unbolt this, and we'll get to the filter and get this thing swapped out. So here's the bracket. There goes the new oil pan. So the original oil pan has like it's a little lower, and it has a slot right in this gap, and it allows this to kind of move towards it a little bit more. But pretty much right now the bolts are just not aligning, so what I'm gonna have to do is take this bracket off and just pretty much just notch it, get it back in there, and we should be good to go on that. Hey guys, so this is a finished product. I went ahead and installed everything. I did have to remove the passenger side exhaust just to get this bracket off, but other than that, it wasn't too difficult. Went ahead and painted it off camera just so the cuts doesn't corrode, over time. Not perfect, but it'll get the job done. We got the clearance that we need, so should be good to go on this one. Yeah, so we managed to take everything apart, or everything that we're going to get changed out. Went ahead and took apart both sides off camera. But here goes the inner and outer tie rods. I typically use the old one just for reference to kind of measure the new one. It's not going to be perfect, but you can, of course, once you get everything the way you want it, you can go get the car aligned afterwards. Also going to replace the upper ball joint bushing as well. Looks to be probably the original. Got the parts fully installed, both sides. So all I got to do now is just kind of eyeball the tie rods, align it the best I could, in the meantime. So right now we're just gonna adjust the tie rods the best that we can. Just gonna go over this general knowledge, just in case there may be some new mechanics, or maybe it's your first time installing tie rods. Just to give you like a general idea of how I do it. But right now I pretty much got the steering wheel dead straight, locked it in place, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but front tire is kind of curved in. So the best way to do it is with the tire on. It gives you a better indication of how it's looking, or what angle it's on. It makes it a lot easier. So you pretty much get underneath the car, and you're gonna have, I don't know if you guys can see that very good, but there goes the tie rod, and it has these clamps here with these bolts. So you want to make sure these are loosened up, and then all you do is, I use some vice grips and kind of just spin it to where this part right now has to come in until you're satisfied, pretty much. Hey, so I appreciate you guys watching. Just let me know if that's content that you guys would like to see in the future. Just kind of going through the cars, adding to the cars. That's just part one of this one. We got other parts coming in, other suspension parts and other things to get done to it. So hopefully, like I mentioned before, possibly once or twice a week I'll be trying to post something different. So thank you guys, and see you in the next one.